Well, hello there once again. Hi, guys. It's late at night. It was Thursday. It is now Friday morning, and I'm recording this. And I wanted to ask you, how does my audio sound right now to you? I'm using a professional microphone right here. This is well, I'm not going to advertise for them because they're not paying me. But this is a pretty good microphone. I wanted to ask you how my audio sounds to you. How does the audio sound like as far as like podcast level? Joe Rogan compared to another podcast you may listen to that has slightly worse audio, right? Because I would say Joe Rogan has professional grade audio, and he uses professional grade microphones for his podcast. And I want to know how mine sounds to you right now since I'm using this microphone, and if there's any difference when I do this. Do you notice any difference? If you didn't notice any difference in the change in the audio quality, it's because this isn't plugged in at the moment. I'm not using that microphone. I've used deception to make you think that I'm using that microphone. I want you to remember this when you're watching a YouTube video version of a podcaster that has a nice quality microphone in front of their face like this. But if you're very perceptive, you may notice that it still sounds like this. This is because they're not plugging their microphones in, and they probably don't know what the hell they're doing with the audio. Either it's plugged in and they don't know what they're doing, or they're just doing this as a deception because you expect to see a microphone in the face of a podcaster, right? I noticed after, it was probably a year ago, or maybe a couple years ago, I noticed news channels doing interviews with celebrities with microphones in front of their face for no reason. Right, this is a like, I'm talking about professional studio, like news studios that usually have they probably have mics on their shirt, or they have a boom mic recording them. Right, they have like a whole sound department, and they did the microphone thing as a to draw people in, because they're like, well, Joe Rogan is blowing up and he's super popular now, and so we need to get in on this. We need to get in on this success. He's getting more viewers than we are getting. What can we do to be more like him? And it's to put this microphone in your face, right? And I would say most people that use a mic like this, they have it plugged in and they probably know what they're doing. But I've noticed a trend now, and usually if this is the first time you're seeing me or you don't know who I am or anything, I usually use this for my podcast, and I get pretty good audio. And I'm not an engineer or anything. I just get good audio because it's a good mic. And the deception is that I've seen a lot of people do this, and I'm wondering, like, I'm listening to their audio and it doesn't sound like their voice is coming through this a microphone. It sounds like it's being recorded off of a fucking phone or something, right? Which is what I'm doing right now, by the way. I'm recording this on my phone. And normally when I record my podcast with video, I don't use my phone as the camera. And I'm not going to tell you what I use. I'm not going to tell you how I get the sound that I get, other than this microphone is plugged in. But I just want to reveal to you the deception that some of these podcasters are doing, and they're getting away with it because podcasting is a disposable format of media. And it's disposable because it's very easy to do. It's very easy to do a podcast. And hopefully this will inspire you to do your own podcast. You know, just turn your phone on and start recording. Because you'll see that it's actually kind of fun to do, and it's pretty easy. Anybody can access it. If you have a phone with a camera on it and an internet connection, you can film your own video and upload it to YouTube. And a lot of people are doing this, and I don't know why They have the mics. I've noticed this. People have the same microphones as Joe Rogan, and a lot of the top podcasts use the same microphone, which is not this one. It's not this microphone. It's a different version of this same brand of microphone. It's like a higher grade, more expensive microphone. And they have that in front of their face, but it doesn't sound as good as these professional podcasts are. And I don't know why that is, but I know that they have that microphone in their face because they want to they're not giving you a professional product. They're not producing a professional product, but they want to give you the image that they're professional. And they're not trying to get good audio. They're not trying to make their podcast better because they're greedy, because they are in this to sell you something, to get to a level to sell ads, or to get you to go to their Patreon so that you'll pay for their podcasts. You know, they put stuff behind a paywall, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's a good business model, but they're being deceptive. You know, they're showing you like a high-end quality microphone, but they're not using it, and they're not using it properly. And their sound still sounds worse than this video right here sounds to you right now. Their sound is, I can't understand how they get such bad audio these days. Like, I'm talking to you right now through the microphone of a cell phone, and their audio is absolutely, I don't know why it's like this. I don't know if it's because maybe they're live streaming it and the internet is disrupting their connection. I don't know. I really haven't figured out why it's so bad. I can't make bad audio like this. But what I can do is recognize scammers and recognize patterns that are developing. And there's a lot of people that just put a microphone in front of their face. They may not even have a mixing board or a way to even plug the fucking thing in. That's what I'm thinking now that I'm talking to you guys about this. They may not even be plugging the mic. They might just buy that microphone or rent it or something. And they record their podcast not through the microphone. The audio is not going in there. It's going into whatever shitty laptop camera or cell phone microphone that they have on their phone. It's just unbelievable what people get away with nowadays, and what you, the viewer, allow them to get away with. Now, I expect more from you when you watch my show. Don't ever let me get away with a scam like that. You almost did. You almost let me get away with it. I had you believing that was the microphone. I know that I had you believing. But after you watch this, you're going to see them differently next time. You're going to question. Next time you watch a podcast that has video, or you listen to it, even better, listen to some of these podcasts and listen to how bad their audio is. Just, it's horrible. Some of it's unlistenable because it's painful to the ear. The frequencies that that it ends up being recorded at. And in this day and age, I don't understand how it's that bad. Like, what are they recording through? That's my question. What are they really recording through? Because they're not recording through a professional microphone. That's my whole point of this video, guys. I need you to ask more questions. I need you to question these people and not let them get away with it. How do you do that? How do you not let them get away with it? Pester them online, comment in a way that won't get you blocked. Because these people hate criticism, by the way. They will not be criticized, and they will try to block you and stop you from speaking your truth. Another way to get back at them is by not listening to their podcast. And by listening to someone who's a little more honest than they are. And I don't know who that is. I'm not talking about myself here, but listen to Joe Rogan, who uses those microphones. I'm not saying his audio is perfect. It's of course it's some of the best in the industry. But you can find other people using his same microphone on camera And they're not recording through that microphone though. Because if they were, it would, if they had it running through a mixing board or through some type of USB interface or just anything. Like I literally just plug all this shit in. I don't really make any adjustments other than maybe to volume when I'm using my microphone. And it's listenable. You know what I mean? I know my audio could be better. It could be louder and maybe more, I don't know, more compressed. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know what I could do to improve it. All I know is like, man, you guys are listening to a lot of shitty podcasts. And maybe that's what you like about it. Maybe you like that it's garbage. Maybe it makes you feel better about yourself. Is that why you listen to it? Because it makes you feel better about yourself. It inspires you. Hey, I can do this. Man, I like that guy. I like that girl. I like those gals because they have really bad audio, and that's deep inside. That's why you're listening to it. You're not listening to it because you think they're better than you or that they can inspire you. You're addicted to being inspired by them, but you're also addicted to shit quality. Is that you? I don't know. I'm not saying that's you, but that's what the pattern that I've picked up on, the pattern that I've recognized, is that you guys are craving shit material, and then you hate Hollywood. You know, you hate like overproduced movies. You hate superhero movies or something like that. You know what I mean? You complain about how evil Hollywood is and how they're all pedophiles and how they're all satanic and all this stuff, right? You throw these accusations at them. Not because they're doing something wrong, but because they're better than you. They're better looking than you. They're richer than you. Is this you? Are you one of these people? If you are one of these people, question yourself and question why you listen to a podcast. And I would say don't listen to them anymore. That's how you can hold them accountable. Don't even listen to them unless you really like them and you want them to improve, and then maybe you can creatively criticize them and make them a little bit better, right? And then the podcast will get better, and then you won't have to strain to hear volume that's too low or volume that's muffled or high-pitched, just horrible frequencies and screeching sounds from these people that should be a little bit more professional than they are, and they should be plugging their microphones in and not deceiving you, the viewer, who you're smarter than that. Don't let them do this to you. Excuse me. Don't let them just do this to you anymore. Because I'm not. I'm not going to listen to poor quality. As far as video goes, it doesn't really matter. The podcast is something that you listen to. It's easy to listen to also. That's another draw of podcasts, is that you can do a lot of things while you're consuming a podcast. You know, you can literally do anything. You can drive, you can do other work, you can do physical work, you can work out, you can go on a hike. I mean, there's so much you can do, right? And wouldn't you rather listen to something that sounds better? Stop being taken advantage of. Stand up for yourself. Be the change that you want to see. When you do your podcast, plug your microphone in and stop deceiving people. That'd be my message. If I could speak directly to these podcasters, stop it. Stop, because if I notice this, there are audio engineers and people that are way smarter than me on the level of sound. And they know exactly what you're doing too, and they see it. And it's not going to last that long. It's unsustainable. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe so that you don't even know I'm your favorite podcaster yet, but I will be in the future. So like and subscribe so that your favorite podcaster can be successful, right? And make that future happen a little bit sooner than later. Or else I'm going to come to your house and plug your microphone in for you. And I don't know if you want that from me right now. I don't know if you could handle it. Well, have a nice night. Sleep soundly.